What's going on, Bird Gang? Philly Carnage here, back episode 4 of the Oakland Raiders. I already screwed up. The Las Vegas Raiders Rebuild. As so we're gonna start out. We got Derrick Carr on the screen. He's 32. He's a 78 overall star dev, and it comes up to the time that we need to go and resign, and boom. He's just not interested with signing with you. Fantastic. I'm not going to franchise tag him because that would be damn near $40 million over 1 year. And, just kind of looking down through it, Isaiah Johnson, a guy there for depth. Hopefully we can at least get him to resign. And again, he's not interested in sign. So nobody is buying in on what we're doing. Divine Diablo decided the same thing as well. So KJ Hill, we were able to at least get him a dev trait last season. And all right, so we're at least able to get him locked up. Anthony Averett, would be nice. Just a 1 year, and he's off to free agency. So nobody is deciding that they want to buy in to this upcoming season. As we're sitting right now at an 84 overall, 85 offense, 84 defense. And, it's going to be a big blow. Derrick Carr leaving, that leaves it up to Bo Nix, unless there's somebody in free agency. Just kind of taking a look here on defensively. Diablo, just solid backup there to Jonathan Abram. But, we're okay if we go ahead and let him walk. So, that's not as big of a blow as Derrick Carr, but, we'll figure it out. As we're going to go ahead and we're going to sim up into the offseason and get into free agency. But before we get there, make sure if you haven't yet to hit that subscribe button. We're on the way to 250 by the end of July. And, make sure that bell icon is hit. That way, every time I post new content, you are one of the first to know. And as always, hit that like button. Looking for 15 likes on the video. So let's make it happen. So as we go ahead, we're going to jump into free agency. We got $44 million. Obviously, one of the biggest things that we need to do is we need a quarterback. I understand we drafted Bo Nix. We drafted him, mid of the draft, but I don't think he's the guy. So just kind of looking at it as we're going to try to continue this rebuild. It makes a lot of sense with Henry Ruggs, that speedster, to have somebody that is going to be able to chuck that ball down the field. So Josh Allen, we're gonna throw some money. All right, fantastic. So can extend the league minimum. All right, that's interesting. First time I've ever seen that. What the hell's going on here? All right. Like I said, interesting. Don't know what the league minimum is. That's brand new to me. So, but we at least got a bid in there, a solid bid for Josh Allen, and we might actually be able to bump that down a little bit. At least 19.5 for the signing bonus keeps us at 92 points. So that still gives us 13 million. 13 million. Just try to figure out something. As we just continue to look, we need to find another guy to pair with Henry Ruggs. And, we don't have a lot of money now, so McCole Hardman is pretty much out of the picture. Landry, he's 30. He still has that star dev. We could possibly work something with him. But, just kind of looking down through there, a guy like Travis Fulgham, 6'2", 215. Not sure what his speed is, 87. So, again, that's not what we're looking at. The one guy that I am interested in, Denzel Mims. He's 25, 6'3", 207. He's got speed. He's 92 speed, 92 acceleration. Good catching at that 86. Just, we got to work on, that short and medium route. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to throw a bid out on Denzel Mims. Bring us down to $7.9 million left in cap room. So we had both contracts hit for Josh Allen, that 97 overall superstar quarterback. He's now in Las Vegas. He's finally getting the time to shine in the spotlight. Now that he's out of Buffalo, and he needs some abilities. So with that, we're gonna go with some inside Deadeye, and just kind of looking at it. We could always go with Conductor, making those abilities a little quicker, or Roaming Deadeye, where passers with this ability have perfect accuracy on all on-pressure throws while feet are set outside of the pocket. For me, I'm more the Conductor, just, quick little hot routes, whatever. Want to go ahead and make the moves as quick as possible. And I'm trying to think. We had another one. Why can't I think of it? Why am I drawing a blank? Who else did we go after? Denzel Mims. Denzel Mims. That's it. We were able to go ahead and pull Denzel Mims, both players out of the AFC East. So, Denzel Mims bringing in that speed, as that's going to jump him up ahead of, Edwards. Get the two speedsters out there, Henry Ruggs and Denzel Mims. It's going to work pretty good for the offense, I think. Actually having a quarterback that's going to be able to sling the rock. So we're going to go ahead and start this draft as we got pick 9. Pick 9, and it's going to be interesting because where do we go? Where do we really want to look? We don't have to go quarterback now that we have Josh Allen. Defensively could be a spot where we look some outside linebackers, look at the defensive ends, but just kind of looking at what we have scouted. We have Igbuka, 6.8 combine, runs a 4.42. Troy Franklin, 4.46. Or Bruce Lamb, he's not the fastest corner, but I'm really on looking more the linebacker positions here, as Ja'Cory Brooks, JoJo Earl, all looking good. So I was thinking about going for Antone Hess. He's 6'4", 252, more of the rushing kind of linebacker, and we're not really in a 3-4. But hopefully we can go ahead and at least have a little bit of development for him whenever it comes to this upcoming season. So with our first pick, 76 overall, number 7 in true talent, 80 tackle, 85 speed, 88 acceleration. So hopefully we can get him turned into a monster. And JoJo Earl was still there, has the fastest 40 available for the wide receivers with a 4.29 deep threat out of LSU. Welcome to Vegas, 72 overall, 31 in true value. And there we go. 97 speed, 95 acceleration. Pretty much a young Henry Ruggs. So taking a look here at the draft recap, we already know we got Antone Hess and JoJo Earl, the speedster, out of LSU. We went Dylan Goodson, another top 15 guy, 70 overall, left end, 85 speed, 86 acceleration. Then we went Alex McElroy, another guy just to fill some holes, and add that depth on the defensive line, 72 overall. And then we pretty much sent it out. We ended up getting Evan Allen, free safety out of Iowa, 63 overall, 89 speed, not terrible. Jaquan Thomas had a high combine grade, but only comes out as a 65 overall. Malik Carrington, 91 speed, strong safety. Taylor Altman as a backup left guard, and then we went with Blake Maluigan out of Texas Tech to finish up that offensive line. So as we get ready for week 1 of season 4, we're sitting at 86 overall, 88 offense, 84 defense. So not terrible, other than, the overalls went up. Team's starting to look pretty damn good. As, like I said, we want to get Denzel Mims up there as the number 2. Colton Miller still rocking that star dev, 87 overall. Connor Williams at 80. Tyler Linderbaum, 77. Marcus, I think it's Marcus anyway. Yeah, Marcus Dumerville, 79 overall. And Alex Leatherwood still sitting there, 74. But, he's got those crazy eyes. But he's getting better. He is improving. And Darren Waller there as still the superstar tight end defensively. Keanu Neal, Jonathan Abram, Trayvon Mullen, and Keelan Farrell there as our superstar players with Yannick Ngakwe Still, yeah, Yannick Ngakwe, Akia, Max Crosby, old Mad Max, and Grimes as our star players. So it's definitely going to be different seeing old Tootio, however you pronounce his name, in there as outside linebacker. But hey, let's roll with it as we're going to kick off this season in Vegas against the New England Patriots, and we're going to try to get the victory, and we do 37-13 as Chris Barnes comes away with the AFC Defensive Player of the Week, 9 tackles, 2 interceptions. Great way to start the year. As you know, we're in the process of we need Trevon Moehrig. You know, let's go ahead and upgrade that slot, get him up there to that 85, which means we now have one step with him. So we can go ahead and we can start changing some of these. You know, one step is huge whenever it comes to the cornerbacks because you know they won't get beat, you know, for the most part on any route. So with that, Jonathan Abram now has a new ability as well. We got Lurker, which is nice, but you know, for the most part, we don't really run with him much. So you know, maybe at overall 90, if we hit there by the time this rebuild's over, let's give film study a try. So with that, you know, we're 1-0. We're going to take on the Denver Broncos here, and we get a 42-35 victory, which, you know, is very, very nice. As, you know, just kind of taking a look, JoJo Earl has an upgrade already, which will bump him up there to an 83. I don't know why he's not up there towards the top, especially with that speed. That is going to be an adjustment that we have to make as he gets that, you know, +1 pretty much across the board. Josh Allen goes up there to a 98. And while I'm thinking about it right now, let's go ahead and let's go into the depth chart and let's change up these wide receivers. And we want JoJo Earl up there. So Hill and Edwards, sorry guys, but you know, we want to get JoJo up there as quick as possible and help his development as we get the 1-1 Detroit Lions here week 3. We get a 31-28 victory. Henry Ruggs is frustrated as you know we look to take on the Jets here in week 4. You know, of course, we're going to go no promises, unfortunately, because you know as we went last year, we kind of guaranteed it and it didn't happen. So, you know, with that, we're going to go ahead and, again, continue these upgrades. Keep building this team to be great. As both 3-0 teams face off, as hopefully we're the ones that come away victorious. But we lose a close one, 34-30. We'll check in on Ruggs. You know, we called his number, but unfortunately he wasn't able to do anything. Gets that +500 XP. So, sitting here, it's week 5. You know, we finished off the first quarter of the season 3-1, which is a hell of a lot better than we have in the previous years. You know, if we can come away with a victory here against the Chiefs, that is going to be absolutely huge. And we do 38-35. You know, we're doing enough to go ahead and get these get the victories. They might be close, but a win is a win. As we're going to sim up here against the 3-2 Green Bay Packers, we get a 21-14 win. Of course, it would be nice to see something as far as a breakout scenario for somebody pop up, but unfortunately, it just hasn't happened yet. As we're sitting 5-1, we're taking on the 1-5 Denver Broncos. It's almost time that we start losing again, and we get a 38-17 victory as Glenn Farrell comes away with AFC Defense Player of the Week. You know, 6 tackles, 3 sacks, and from what we saw on the screen before, you know, we have a chance for breakout Josh Allen to go up to X Factor. And, you know, what better time to come in against the Bears when Justin Fields just comes away with NFC Offensive Player of the Week, where he threw for 5 touchdown passes. So here we go. We're on defense first. You know, might as well just come at him. Try to go ahead and hit them with the sack. As, you know, they're just going to run the ball. But we're back there, and we completely whip on the tackle, but as David Montgomery is able to go ahead and pick up a yard on the play, you know, I'm kind of curious to see is Justin Fields going to try to scramble? Is he going to try to scramble this? Oh, no, that's not good. We got some defensive pass interference on the play as I was trying to use her, and I completely blew it. but they get the first down either way. So, they're coming out here, fresh set of downs. It was a little tough there trying to figure out what we wanted to do as far as, coverage because, the slot receiver didn't have anybody on him. As there we go. David Montgomery unable to do anything again. Only picked up 2 on the play, setting up 2nd and 8. Now let's go ahead. Linebacker zone blitz. Linebacker zone blitz. We're in a good position to possibly come away with a TFL something, and they hit us with the trap, and boom, Keanu O'Neal making up for that defensive pass interference where he decides he had enough. He was tired of David Montgomery trying to run all over him, so he's going to come out there and smack him a little bit. So we're going to get on Pharrell here, try to get a good rush. We get a good swim move, and they're going to call us for roughing the passer. I see how Madden's going to play this one. This is going to be fun. So coming out here on offense, we need like 1,000,000 yards with Josh Allen to hopefully come away with this. So what better time than now to come out here and just hit him with the double move? Unfortunately, we couldn't do anything. We got to throw it away because Khalil Mack was breathing down our throats. Unfortunately, this is the game that it decides we want to do it from. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to send Earl just on that streak. Darren Waller as well. So one of these guys should come open. And nobody but Josh Jacobs is there, able to pick up a good gain, 23 yards. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Same thing. Try to beat this cover too, as there's a chance. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Darren Waller, can we roll you out right? Darren Waller, what are you doing, my guy? My God, the big man goes up and gets the touchdown. His 5th on the season, and it's just chuck and pray season now. So even though we haven't ran this ball at all, we're going to try the play action, see how the Madden AI decides to react. As they fall for it. They fall for it. Is that Mims? Mims, welcome to the team, man. Welcome. As he gets a solid game, bringing up Josh Allen's total up to 130 so far on the day. Remember, we need like 450. I honestly don't even remember what the total is, but we're just going to dump it down here. Keelan Hall, KJ Hill, whatever the hell your name is, able to come up with a gain of 6. We're so close to getting in here again, as hopefully maybe Denzel Mims going to be able to go ahead and get the touchdown. It would have been nice to see if no, we're just going to have to run it. We're just going to have to run it. Oh, Josh Allen. Josh Allen's not afraid to take a hit, as he picks up 11 on the play. And now it just comes down to can we go ahead and can we score? We can't run a run. We need a pass. So we're gonna go some spacing. Possibly Denzel Mims here, maybe JoJo Earl across the middle. I don't know. Neither. We're just gonna walk it in. We're just gonna walk it in with Josh Allen, getting him his 2nd touchdown of the day. Let's go. There we go, Moehrig. Trevon Moehrig able to go ahead and get the interception. Can we go? Go home. All right, so we're getting the ball back. 40 seconds left. We're able to go ahead. Sack, forced, interception on the play. So with that, let's go ahead. Let's try it. Let's go ahead. Let's try some, slants cheese. Just try to get some early yardage. As we have them. We have Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs, go ahead. Beat the man. Boom. Good juke. Able to get down here. Call our timeout as we're down to the 40-yard line. If we can go ahead and somehow find a way to get our 3rd touchdown, already of the game, that's going to be absolutely huge for us whenever it comes to the second half. Because then all we got to do, we just got to figure out what we want to do whenever it comes to the yardage. So go ahead, just short of the first down marker there. Call our other timeout. We'll go some PA. See what we can do here. We're going to do that, and we're going to ID Khalil Mack, because Khalil Mack has been kicking our ass so far. And they're going to send the house. They're sending the house. We got Hill. Hill is open. Let's go. Easy touchdown. You send the house. We're going to find somebody. We will find somebody. You'll make the adjustments. 34 yards for the touchdown. Josh Allen's third of the game. He needs one more, and then the yardage to come away with X Factor. Earl! Oh my. What a beautiful pass. Glad he had the speed. I don't know what happened there, but he gets his first career touchdown. As you know, we'll take a look here at the next gen stats because he's running with two defenders and they both break off on Henry Ruggs there. I think it was more blown coverage as you know Josh Allen finds him. Right here's where it goes. They get mixed up. They both decide they want to run with Henry Ruggs, and that leaves JoJo wide open for an easy touchdown. So here, down at the 4-yard line, we need to try to make something work. Then we get JoJo Earl his second touchdown. Come on, JoJo, you're not going to run with it? So, all right, we're just going to take off with Josh Allen to get him his second rushing touchdown of the day. Touchdown number 5. Bears down here within the red zone, trying to get, make it a little more respectable. As, they almost had us offsides there. As, boom, Justin Fields goes down on the play. It has been a sack fest. He gets his 5th sack on the year. Ruzwicki has 2, a couple half sacks. It's been dominant, here against this offensive line. As we almost had another one, but for some reason... Okay, so we go for the hit stick and we just decide, hey, you know what? We're just going to fall short and we're not going to go after his legs. A little dirty, but is what it is, as they go ahead and they get the touchdown with Justin Fields' legs. As, that's fine. We got 350. We pretty much need 75 yards here. But what the hell? What the hell, EA? Luckily, even though EA decides to cut out, we are able to pick off right where we left off. I would have been really pissed off if we would have lost everything, but, kind of is what it is. All right. So within that short intermission, the Bears changed jerseys. Interesting. We still got to air this ball out some because we still need about 75 passing yards with Josh Allen to go ahead and get him where he needs to be at that 425. Now, what do we got? What do we got? Can we send Darren Waller? Send him. Send him. Darren Waller able to grab that. Boom. Get a good truck. As it brings us down here to the 31-yard line. We are just outside of the red zone and just outside of getting Josh Allen his dev trait. So again, boom, we got him right across the middle. Hill Jr. again down to the 4. As we're sitting at 412. We should have it, I think. We'll go back with it. This way, Darren Waller possibly. You know what? Let's change it up. We're gonna send Ruggs across. Ruggs comes open. That's gonna be huge. Gonna be huge. Ruggs. We just had to throw it away. Just had to throw it away. I didn't want to take that chance. Didn't want to take the chance here. 4-yard line. We throw an interception, we're done. As far as the dev trait goes. So we're not even going to worry about it. Oh, my. All right, Darren Waller. Darren Waller, let's go. Get your touchdown. All right, screw it. We're just going to run it. we're just running with Josh Allen, get him his third rushing touchdown of the day. Didn't want to risk trying to throw something and force it, so we'll just get the third rushing and, call it a day. So as we got the victory, Josh Allen sitting at a 99 overall, able to get that X factor, and they gave him brick wall. Interesting. But he's more of the bazooka, we'll keep that still the same. So here's where we can, kind of maneuver a little bit. As we want to, pretty much look past lead elite, red zone deadeye. Obviously, past lead elite, it's been, killer for us so far. Gunslinger, and of course, do we want to go hot route master? Do we want to go threat or escape artist? So, just kind of thinking about it. Let's have some fun. Let's go some hot route master. Now that way we can, we can pretty much play some backyard football. As we're sitting at an 87 overall, 89 offense, 85 defense, and we're sitting here. We got some contracts to take a look at. Darren Waller, he's 30 already. I mean, granted, he did, suffer injuries early in his career, so it's, not as normal for him. So we're gonna re-sign him, Keanu Neal as well if we can, and pretty much let's start over here. Tanner Muse, for the most part, he's been depth here, depth. Levi Omruzriki, he's been depth for us at least. So if we have the funds, we'll re-sign him. But Trevon Moehrig, solid 82 overall. Go ahead and get him locked up. And he wants more money. But Keanu Neal, let's send it. Let's go 5 years, $26 million. And he wants more money. All right, so we might be able to come away with that at some point. So we're going to sim this up, get up to week 10. As we got frustrated Josh Jacobs, I completely understand. We completely cut him out of the offense last week. Well, week 8, as we were forced to go ahead and get Josh Allen, that superstar. So week 10, hopefully we can go ahead and we can get him some touches. So let's go ahead, let's click on that, and let's promise him. All he needs is 12 touches. So hopefully within the sim, that can happen. As we got the Bengals here in week 10, we're sitting at 7-1. We're sitting pretty. We are sitting pretty. We get a 35-30 victory, and not a bad game. There we go. Get that morale boost, get that plus 500 XP, and a happy running back. As Houston is 0-9. That's going to be the team that's probably going to somehow come away and whip our ass. And surprisingly, we get the victory, and we have a breakout scenario for Denzel Mims. Denzel Mims could go up to a star dev, I believe. I believe he's still sitting on that normal, and he is. He needs 2 touchdowns or 100 yards receiving, as we got Josh Allen going and taking on his former team, the Buffalo Bills, here in week 12. Can we improve to 10 wins on the season? We get a 31-17 victory. We're looking very nice. Gave it everything we got. He doesn't think he'd be the number 1. But that is 100% okay, just because we have Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs is our number 1. Denzel Mims, I'm perfectly content with you being the number 2. As we're slowly working on a deal here with Keanu Neal, he wants a little more salary. So we bumped it up the first time. We'll bump it up to 3.5. Hopefully we'll take it. And he wants more money again. Jeez. Getting greedy. He's getting greedy. As we're 10-1, we're taking on the 5-6 Kansas City Chiefs. And we... what's going on here? Is that all it took for this Raiders? We just needed a true quarterback? As Josh Allen has led them to 11 victories on the year, and we should be sitting pretty at that number 1 seed right now. And we are. We're currently the number 1 seed in the playoffs with Dallas in the NFC with 4 games to go. As we're going to sim up here against the Minnesota Vikings, we suffer a loss, 24-16. And of course, I probably spoke too soon as we lost, but there we go. We got a 30-27 victory against the Los Angeles Chargers, and that guarantees that we get the playoff berth. So we're sitting at 12-2. Henry Ruggs is up there too with that, 93 overall, as we got the 4-10 Miami Dolphins, and we're able to hammer out another victory, 24-17, sitting at 13-2 on the year. Oh, this team is crazy. This team is definitely championship caliber. As we're going to sim up here against the Chargers, we suffer a loss, 27-24. We have a breakout scenario for Trevon Moehrig, has the opportunity to go up to a star dev, which this here could be the difference maker whenever it comes to what we decide to do with that contract. Do we decide to take Moehrig with the age difference over Keanu Neal? It has yet to be decided, as we'll take a look here at the playoff bracket, and we lost the number 1 seed. Oh, wow. I guess so. We are playing in the wild card round. So Baltimore somehow snuck in there and took away that number 1 seed for us. We're the number 2 facing off against the 7 Los Angeles Chargers. The number 3 Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the number 6 Indianapolis Colts. The number 4 Jets against the number 5 Cleveland Browns. And over in the AFC, you got the Cowboys coming away with the number 1. Cardinals against the Bears, Packers against the Rams, and the Saints against Minnesota. So as before we even get into this, let's go ahead. Let's take a look. We won the division easily, 13-3. Closest was the Chargers at 8-8, and we split the series with them. So taking a look at stats, we were the 8th overall offense and the 3rd overall defense. Josh Allen played fantastic. Would be nice to see that the passing numbers up there more. 3,600 yards, 37 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Rushing wise, Josh Jacobs, 1,600 yards, 9 touchdowns. Even for being a guy that only had 1 carry for 6 yards in the game that we played. Kenyon Drake just under 5 and 7. So Josh Allen pretty much 3,900 yards. And, breaks over 40-some touchdowns with that 6 there on the ground. Receiving-wise, Darren Waller led the way, 871-10. KJ Hill, 7 and 7. Henry Ruggs, 7 and 13. Denzel Mims, 6 and 3. Even JoJo Earl comes in 203 touchdowns, which is solid for, a guy that, wasn't in our slot package. So, Chris Barnes led the way, 110 tackles. Keanu Neal came in second with 102. Led the team in TFLs, at least there with that. Max Crosby led it with 12. Sacks wise, this was the year of the sack. 8 by Ngakwe, 6.5 by Crosby, Farrell, Almuzariki, 3.5 for Ikea, 2 for Totio, 2 for Star, 1 for Keanu Neal and Dylan Goodson, the rookie, and then a lot of half sacks there. What about interception-wise? Chris Barnes led the way with 5. Tony Grimes, our speedster corner, with 4, and Arnett Jr. coming away with 2. Our superstar receiver only had 1. Interesting. So, like I said, with that, we're going to go ahead. We're going to start simming up here against the Los Angeles Chargers. We'll take a look at their team as, just Joey Bosa, Derwin James, Keenan Allen, all their X-Factors, Kenneth Murray Jr., Bobby Okorie, Echena Nwosu, Mitchell Schwartz, Chris Harris Jr., and Desmond Trufant as their superstars. So, they're pretty stacked. Hopefully this isn't one and done. As both teams are moving the ball. We're in the red zone. We're able to come away with nothing. Nothing in the red zone. Not even a field goal. As the Chargers move the way down there, they get 7. We're back in the red zone again. We're able to tie it up at least 7 apiece, here in the second quarter. And the Chargers are down there. We held them to 10. 2 minutes to go. We need to go ahead and we need to get a stop. And now that was a swing. That was a huge swing. 17-7 here in the third quarter. We're in the red zone again, able to get another touchdown. We need a stop. 20-14, and we turn the ball over. 26-14. What is going on? We were killing it the regular season, and once we get here, we can't do anything. Need a stop. Third down. And that's it. One and done. One and done. What are you doing, John? John, you're out there, you're supposed to be calling these plays, and you can't even get the victory. What is going on? So taking a look at it, Justin Herbert threw for 323. Josh Allen, 243 and 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 15 for 64. Henry Ruggs, 3 for 42. Denzel Mims, 5 for 67. What was the turnover thing? So we had 2 interceptions to 1. Were there any fumbles? That's going to be the question. All right. So they had 2 fumbles, and KJ Hill had a fumble. So we won the turnover battle, yet we still came away with a loss. Unacceptable. Hopefully we can somehow figure out how to come away with a victory. So Trevon Moehrig at least able to go up to a star dev, gets that plus 5,000 experience. So we will go ahead, we'll sim up here to the Pro Bowl, take a look at the Pro Bowl, the roster, and see if we had any representatives. Josh Jacobs, most likely in there, maybe Josh Allen, not 100% sure. But before that, we'll go ahead, we'll send the upgrade for Trevon Moehrig. Because, there's always that chance that he could get there. As we see on the screen now, we got the Saints and the Cleveland Browns taking off in Super Bowl 58. As we look at the Pro Bowl, Lamar Jackson is the leader. Josh Allen coming there at 3. Josh Jacobs there at halfback 1. Just kind of going down through here, seeing if we had anybody else, make a make an appearance. Darren Waller there, tight end 1. Offensive line, we have nobody. Can't even get any respect on the D line, even though it was a sack-filled year. Couldn't do anything, really nothing else. That's going to do it. We got Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, and Josh Allen. So we're going to go out, we're going to sim this up, get to the Super Bowl, sim up the Super Bowl, and take a look at the yearly awards before we even go ahead and take a look at the season recap. As we'll go ahead, we'll jump in here to the stats, take a look at yearly awards, as Kyler Murray was your MVP, as Josh Allen comes away in 5th. AFC, Zach Wilson is your Offensive Player of the Year. Josh Allen there at 3. Really surprised that Josh Jacobs isn't in here with 1,600 rushing yards. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett. Chris Barnes comes away with number 7. Offensive Rookie goes to Caleb Williams. Defensive Rookie, we didn't have anybody. Best Quarterback goes to Lamar. Josh Allen there at 4. Running Back goes to Josh Jacobs. Jamison Crowder is your best receiver. Henry Ruggs coming in there at 10. So other receivers must not have had a really good year because Henry Ruggs didn't have the best year either. O-line. All right. Colton Miller. Colton Miller getting some respect out there. Number 6. D-line goes to Myles Garrett. Linebacker goes to Chris Barnes there at number 7. DBs. Tony Grimes making his way up there in the top 10. So taking a look at the season recap, the Cleveland Browns able to go ahead and knock off the Saints as they get their 2nd Super Bowl victory, and Denzel Ward comes away with Super Bowl MVP. And before we go any further, just did a big thing. Be sure to stay tuned for episode 5 of the Raiders Rebuild because we're going to have to make some moves. What did you see there on the screen? There is the socials, the Instagram, the Twitch, the Facebook. Make sure, go ahead and drop a follow on each and every one of those. All the links are down below in the description. And don't forget to hit that sub button with the little bell icon on. That way, every time I post new content, you're one of the first to know. And like I said earlier in the video, make sure to smash that like button. Go down there, hit that right now. This is the little thumbs up. We're trying to hit 15 on the video. But until next time, peace.